so you can be aware of it. There are about 12 different agendas we'll be discussing, and that's all concerning diplomacy, recognizing each other and working together. First one is 1835 Declaration, Cause and Effects, in relation to New Zealand and Australian government administrating in Bougainville. 2. The Crown of the United Kingdom of New Zealand and its lineage in connection to David, Bougainville. 3. The current status of the infrastructure in Bougainville, because they'll be taking part in that one now. 4. Registration of a permanent diplomatic mission, which includes King David and the United Kingdom of New Zealand. 5. The establishment of a diplomatic relationship between both countries. 6. Collateral accounts and the World Bank. 7. Authorization of the shared capital of the company registered as United Kingdom of New Zealand, trading as an account at King David's Bank, International Bank of Megamon. So there will be opening an account as well there and putting in funds. 8. Leveraging a bond against the working capital. 9. Opportunity to set up a banking license under the Bougainville Sovereign Bank, the Central Bank of Megamon, Bougainville. And 10 is opportunity. There's a large amount of money which we'll be discussing to if they deposit into leveraging and so on in our banking system. I won't call the amount because it's confidential. 11. Trade agreements with agriculture, food, solar-sonic technology, medical technology, and so on. And 12. Subject to available time, other business that may be requested by other parties. On my part will be defense and military cooperation, scholarship, students, and so on. We'll be discussing all that, and many more. So you can see from the agenda, everything that a sovereign nation needs is here also. When the people make a declaration, UDI, they need recognition from another country. That's why we signed agreements with many countries, but although none of them has come here yet, they will still come starting from this year, start from now. And New Zealand has been the first one to come to a trade agreement. Everything that we need is sovereign nation. A country needs to be sovereign. It's okay for here. So this is a very important week for us from now until they return home by Friday. Until we complete everything here. With that, I will take up most of the time. The rest of the discussion will be done inside our office. Thank you for those who have come from ABG for listening. We all here to unite together now as one people. By the end of next year, the whole nation will be fully one country, one nation, one system, one kingdom, one king, and so on. Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen, for your presentation of this. Okay, we are all just
trip quite a while, and something has held me back. However, I wish to give you a gift from me, from us. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests, members of government and the military and everyone else. Thank you for such a happy occasion to visit here finally. I've been watching your country for a number of years, and it was by coincidence I made contact, or a person made contact with me, they call Prince Jeffrey, and he told me about your country and the issues that you were facing and some of the difficulties you have faced. I have done a lot of research on your country, and all I can say, it saddens me to see how people are treated, especially in the Pacific Islands. It's absolutely appalling. I have spent a lot of years working within governments in New Zealand, the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Works, and I've held some very high positions in New Zealand as chairman to a number of different companies, and both public, private, and even in the justice system. When I used to sit on the district court bench adjudicating, I did not know the real truth, what goes on. It absolutely appalls me. And since that time, and I started to study the truth of the whole banking system, the government, the corporations, I made a vow to change that. I have had... Thank you. Irrespective of my title or who I am, I'm no better and no different than you and anyone else. We are all people, and when we face the final day, we appear before the Lord, irrespective of who and what we are. And I want to be able to say, I did my best for not only myself, but for the people and of the world. There are so many things we can help you people with, and that's why we are here, because we want to unite our countries, and I would like to see everyone living in a house under good conditions, good health, education. Education is another one. The stuff they've been feeding even our children with, absolute lot of rubbish. And I see even yourselves, you've got so many abilities, so you're very creative. You could have so much and be able to earn for your own self without having to go through these struggles. The banking system, as we all know, is totally corrupt. And as I said, the justice system is corrupt, and it's even to the extent where I appear in the district courts, and when they see me walk in, the judges take off, because they know I know the truth, and I challenge them. And that's why we're here today, to help you and unite this country with the whole Pacific. Together we stand, and divided we fall, we will not fall. As Winston Churchill said, he was addressing a school final year, I think it was, and one little kid stood up and he said, "Hey," and Winston Churchill says, yes, can I help you?" He said, how do you keep going? How do you keep going with all the stuff that's thrown at you? And you know what he said? Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. That's what we will never give up. Thank you. Thank you, Your Majesty, King David, I II, and his beautiful people of the United Kingdom of Ireland, Mikanui. I'd like to call on Her Majesty Queen Lavinia to present our gifts to His Majesty. This tiki is a symbol of the origin of man, coming from our Egyptian connection down through Ephraim, Strata and Maui into the Pacific, coming back to our ancient homeland of Lemuria.
process of getting our sovereignty back in the United Nations, and this is our flag. And we are all one under the United Kingdom of God. And when the kingdom rule, we shall prevail, because that is the highest authority on earth, over the United Nations, over the United States, over the United Kingdom. I cannot add more to what His Majesty Lord Frederick has said, because it's something that's affecting us. And Our Majesty in the past, 1835, we were deceived, and now we've realised that and we've figured it out. We have the evidence, and it affects everyone through our genealogy, because that's what they captured. So that's all I can say for now. Thank you very much.
I call upon